Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Is Heat's Bam Adebayo playing versus Lakers? Latest injury update. As the Miami Heat face the Los Angeles Lakers on Wednesday night to close out the 6-game road trip, they could be without a key piece to the team. With the Heat already missing Jimmy Butler to trade drama, star Bam Adebayo was absent in the team's loss to the Los Angeles Clippers on Monday and is again on the injury report for Wednesday's contest. Adebayo is currently dealing with lower back contusion and is questionable against the Lakers according to the team's official X, formerly Twitter, and the latest injury report. Here is everything we know about Bam Adebayo's injury and his playing status versus the Lakers. The Heat's captain in Adebayo suffered a back injury in a hard landing during the win over the Portland Trail Blazers last Saturday. With 8 minutes and some change left in the second quarter, Nikola Jovic attempted a lob to Adebayo that was a bit off base where the Bugman in the last minute passed the ball out, but he fell back first on the baseline. Back on his feet, Bam shakes off a hard landing. He would be down in pain for some time until he got back up and walked under his own power, which is no doubt a good sign. Adebayo ended up finishing the game, even playing 30 minutes in the contest, but it also made him miss his first game of the season in the loss to the Los Angeles Clippers on Monday night. Heat head coach Erik Spoelstra is saying that Adebayo is day-to-day and that before the Clippers contest, it seized up on him in the early part of the day. So far this season, Adebayo has been averaging 16.1 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 4.6 assists per game while shooting 45.6% from the field and 28.7% from beyond the arc. He's been dealing with it for a few days, Spoelstra said when asked about Adebayo's injury according to Anthony Chang of the Miami Herald. He's getting a lot of treatment and it kind of seized up on him this morning. We'll treat him day to day and we'll reevaluate him. As the numbers may suggest, Adebayo has had shooting struggles this season but has still logged in impressive performances, filling up the stat sheet even if he's not dominating in the scoring department. His elite defense was sorely missed in the loss to the Clippers, and even his offensive presence as Miami couldn't get anything going in the second half as Spoelstra complimented the opposing defense. You have to credit them, Spoelstra said. They stepped up their pressure. That's what they do. I mean, there were several possessions there at the end of the third, beginning of the fourth, where we couldn't even get into offense. Because of the absence of Adebayo and of course Butler, it was the Heat's all-star hopeful in Tyler Herro who had to carry the offensive load and had another impressive game finishing with 32 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists. Still, it would end in a loss and 3-2 on the current road trip. LeBron has priceless reaction to "Ferry won't go on much longer" meme. For as beloved as he is, an athlete as prolific, well-known, and accomplished as LeBron James is destined to have irrational critics. The Los Angeles Lakers superstar has done it all, etching his name into the history books and receiving all-time acclaim before his NBA career could even begin. Unfortunately, that's resulted in the most obvious of hot takes becoming commonplace, and those anxious for their favorite players to surpass him to have their chance. One of the most viral examples of the polarizing James discussions is a tweet that expressed the feelings of many of his detractors. Posted 10 years ago, it famously celebrated James turning 30, proclaiming that it wasn't going to be much longer until he either declined or retired, or, more specifically, until the Ferry ends. In a recent appearance on New Heights with Jason and Travis Kelce, James had a hilarious response to his detractors' tweet, and the tweet he sent out 10 years later. For those who can't see the video, James had the following to say: "I saw that tweet throughout all of my 30s, and I laughed at it so hard every single time. And you want to know what's funny? When I turned 40, the same FING guy said, LeBron turned 40, this Ferry won't go on much longer." James shared a laugh with the Kelce brothers and added the ultimate comeback for the person who tweeted about him: "He's gonna be real upset when I turn 50. While he's currently tied with Vince Carter at 22 NBA seasons played, James has set a new standard for longevity. He's playing at an unprecedented level that could result in All-NBA honors, producing a stat line and level of efficiency which most players 15 years younger than him couldn't manage. At 40 years of age, he's averaging 23.7 points, 8.8 assists, 7.6 rebounds, and 2.2 three-point field goals made on .509/.391/.762 shooting. For perspective, Nikola Jokic is the only other player in the NBA averaging at least 20.0 points, 8.0 assists, and 7.0 rebounds per game. That alone offers reason to almost believe James when he seemingly jokingly says he can play until 50. Even at 40 years of age, James is producing at a level that puts him in a class with only a three-time MVP who may win a fourth award in 2024-25. Wild trade proposal sends LeBron James to Warriors, Lakers get 4 players and first-round pick. A bold trade proposal sparks debate, uniting legends and rebuilding the Lakers in one swoop. A wild trade proposal from Greg Swartz of Bleacher Report has set the NBA world buzzing, envisioning a blockbuster deal that would send LeBron James to the Golden State Warriors in exchange for a massive haul of players and a first-round pick. While such a trade may seem improbable, it offers a tantalizing scenario for both teams to consider as they navigate their respective futures. Golden State Warriors receive, LeBron James. Los Angeles Lakers receive, Jonathan Kuminga, Andrew Wiggins, Buddy Hield, Gary Payton II, 2025 first-round pick, top 5 unprotected. For the Warriors, acquiring James would unite him with Stephen Curry and Draymond Green, forming a trio of future Hall of Famers who could contend for another championship. For the Lakers, the trade represents an opportunity to restock their roster with depth, youth, and future assets, potentially setting the stage for a post-LeBron rebuild. Golden State has long operated with a championship-or-bust mentality, and bringing in LeBron James, 23.7 points, 7.6 rebounds, 8.8 assists, 50.9% FG, 39.1% three-point, would add another layer of star power to their core. At age 40, James remains one of the league's most elite playmakers, capable of alleviating Curry's burden as the primary ball handler. His basketball IQ and ability to orchestrate an offense would make the Warriors' system even more dynamic, creating mismatches in transition and half-court sets. The chemistry between James and Curry, seen during the 2024 Summer Olympics when they led Team USA to gold, fuels the imagination of what they could achieve in an 82-game season and playoffs. While losing assets like Kuminga, Wiggins, and Hield would hurt Golden State's depth, the sheer star power and championship experience of James Curry Green would instantly make them favorites in the West. On the surface, trading away LeBron James seems like a drastic move for the Lakers, but it could be a calculated one given their current state. The Lakers have struggled with consistency, relying heavily on James, Anthony Davis, and Austin Reeves to carry the offensive load. Injuries and a lack of depth have limited their ability to sustain success, leaving them stuck in mediocrity. This trade brings in several rotational players who could contribute immediately. Jonathan Kuminga, 16.9 points, 5.0 rebounds, 2.2 assists, 45.9% FG, 34.5% three-point, still just 22 years old, has untapped potential and could flourish in a larger role. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Jonathan Kuminga? Leave your opinion in the comments.